Sagittarius, welcome back for your September reading. If you're wanting to make a booking, you can go to the link directly below. And if you want to follow and you are new, welcome. Click the bell. We do regular live sessions on the actual channel. And if you're needing to ask questions during the sessions, feel free. Okay, let's get into your energy. I know we've moved through a very heavy month last month, and your energy seems very different within this actual reading here. I've just been looking at it, and I will actually need to pull clarifiers. I won't be that mean to you guys, because your relationship reading feels impacted somehow, and I need to have a real good look at, you know, what directly is going on. I feel spiritually, you guys have been going through a lot. You have very much processed a lot of energy. Now, this is probably from, I would say, probably from March onwards, I feel energetically you guys have been doing a lot of processing. It has been a lot longer, but the energy has really amped up a notch to the point where you're so fatigued. So don't take your energy personal this month. It's very natural if you're feeling extremely fatigued and you're thinking, God, I just can't do this anymore. I'm so tired. I don't even think this is about relationships and connections, although it is going to come through that way. But I feel spiritually for you guys, you're just wanting to come home to yourself. You're so tired. Now, it might have been that in July you had thought something that was going to get off the ground. Now, this could be at an emotional level or a spiritual level, or you could have been doing purging and healing from that time. Almost like the Christmas in July card. Look at the way the little bells are in there. You probably need to look a bit closer. It almost looks like Christmas. And, you know, you wanted that perfect home. But this can be your base chakra, so it can be triggers from childhood coming through. You know, in healing in that area that you've done so much bloody hard work on, and you just feel super tired. Now, you've done a lot of work, right? You have done a lot of spiritual work. You're coming into the month this way like that. And you're thinking, gosh, you know, I am so very tired. How do I keep this energy going? Now, this is the energy you're coming into the month with a good attitude, knowing fully that you're willing to do all it takes to get life back where it needs to be. But you do need to balance your base chakra, okay? So the hurts and everything will be in the link directly below. Otherwise, put in base chakra, root chakra, sorry, and you can tune into that energy, and that's going to help get you grounded. Now, your passions, pursuits, or vices. This can be a very reflective energy, especially since some of the planets are still retrograde. Some temporarily, some for the rest of the month. I think I'll have to really tune into that. Don't quote me, but there still are some planets retrograde. I'll do that video separate. Now, so some of the energy of what you're going to come into is reflecting over the past. So this could already be a passionate kind of memory of where you were in a connection previously and it didn't go quite according to plan. Now, this doesn't have to be a card of saying there was another person. It can be that you're in a relationship and you're co-parenting and it's bloody hard work, which, you know, for those of you who have co-parented, respect to you. You know, it is hard work. It can also be an energy where at some point you felt unvalued or blocked or triggered from childhood, and this might have happened in your family or your 3D life. A lot of processing mentally and emotionally is going into that, and you're wondering, you know, you're looking at who you are, you're looking at how you feel, how far you've come in your life. This could be another person that actually did this to you as well. So remember, this is a processing time. So a lot of the energies that may come up can be connected to your mindset, your processing, and what you want to release and let go of. Now, this is something that you spiritually feel you need to let go of, because it's not serving you any to reflect back to that energy. You want to recreate the new energy and keep moving forward. It's not to say that if this person hurt you and you're spiritually connected to them, it's the environment as such and the old memory that needs to go. Now, there can be the old saying of pride comes before a fall. So you could be thinking back to a time where gosh, you know, how did situations get like that? This can be communications with people, you know, and you're looking at it going, do I even address that area? Do I even feel back into how I felt at one point in time and understand why I acted in the way I acted, or why the person acted in the way they did? Some of it is almost like you really don't want to go back over that, and it might have been that another person, had they done that to you or acted in a way that made you feel unvalued, you're meditating upon that, and there might be some conversations in that situation very separately. Also, at a separate level, I'm seeing as though some of you are going to have a job opportunity, some of you. And it feels like it's split in 3 roads. And it's like, do you go left, do you go right? And it might be an old job that's coming through that might be offering you something, but you're really undecided about what way to go. It can also be meditating upon what you want to do in the future in a different career aspect, and how far you can take that. Now, these blocks are past betrayals from employers. These can be coming up into highlight as well, and you actually addressing those areas so that you feel worthy to have that abundance. Now, money-wise, you're unwilling to risk a monetary situation. So this is coming up into highlight this month. You're being very cautious about it, and you don't want to have any falsehood connected to what you're addressing or applying your cash component to. You're quite uneasy and unsure how to think about it, because some definite changes are coming through, and you're definitely going to be meditating upon your cash component. For some of you, this can be that you're trying to be very sensitive and understanding, and keep grounded. It could be connected to a family environment for some of you, and you're trying to be very fair and balanced in how you're using it and what decision you're going to make in relation to that. Now, your health. Some of you feel from last month there was a bit of a snag and a delay on it. That might have been because you were really meditating on some of your past hurts and were unable to apply yourself in a correct manner to your routine, perhaps your diet, and with your trigger points, it might have been that you started feeling a bit off kilter and not as balanced. It can be making you agitated, so be very mindful of your diet. Your diet might require fatty acids in it in order to keep you balanced. But again, I'm not a nutritionist. It's go and talk to a nutritionist, or have a look at maybe what has changed in it and what you feel you actually directly need, because something feels lacking within the diet. You know, at a very basic level, I would say, to help you get this grounding and get your health where it needs to be, so you are at that correct energy level to keep going forward. Because I do feel some of you are actually working really late hours and you're feeling really tired, because I'm picking up on your energy, something horrendous at the moment. Okay, in your work life, or what goal you're working towards, it's like you're going to have a great deal of courage. And that can be because you do have some big dreams. Can be some of you are thinking you're going to go out on a limb and actually start your own business. But whatever you're moving towards, be it in a career or in your life, an area you're working towards, it is boding well, but it's going to take a lot of guts. Your current work environment might be causing you to feel very run down and feel unmotivated within. Very tiring. Some colleagues being mindful though, I do feel there might be somebody around you that's quite jealous, because I do see you cutting a big break. For some of you, this could be a slight pay rise, but it does feel there's an energy of something changing. Now, with you guys, you're super conscious about your work ethics. You're really amazing at that. So, you know, keep up the good work with it. And I do feel if you direct your energy in a correct manner, the stars the limit, you know, really you will do so very well, but these mental blocks need to be removed, and try not to base it connected to another person's success or failures. Really mark it against what you feel spiritually you want for yourself, because that's really all that should matter. Now, spiritually speaking, as you evolve and you see some of these things of a manifestation level coming through, you're going to be quite smitten about it. You're going to be super excited, like I knew this was going to happen. And it is connected to love. It's connected to passion and love and, you know, your intuition and your emotional abundance of what you're spiritually moving towards. Now, what you're not seeing. You're not seeing this new job coming in. Some of you may have a secondary job opportunity or a pay rise. You also will get it before your time, okay? At another level, what is blocking you is somebody is holding something from you and they wish to surprise you. I don't feel this is at a negative level. I feel this is at a positive level, so don't stress too much. Relationship-wise, this is where I need to clarify. Now, your card you're coming in with is, it can be you're feeling not safe, okay? It can be that something has to transform and change and break down so it can be built correctly. Now, even though you may have been moving forward in your life, it's the emotion as such that needs to be removed so that you can bring that new energy and vitality back into the connection. You are very much like a snake shedding your skin and really evolving, so keep going with that. It is divinely guided, and I do feel you'll come out the other side fully feeling more your relative self. So if you're making some hard decisions, for those of you that this is relevant to, I feel it's more going to be a choice. It will be your own choice that you are choosing to leave a connection if that's what it is. But I feel it's going to be a very different experience for depending on who you are and how your energy directly relates. Some of you are considering leaving a connection. And it's going to be a very mutual thing where you sit down and have a conversation and say, look, this is spiritually where I'm at. And I really do feel, for those of you who are at that vibration, this is completely nothing to do with anybody else. This is very much about your past and you feeling you spiritually need to heal. It can very much be a temporary kind of time out situation, but definitely am I seeing you emotionally wanting to get grounded. It can even be you finally getting a job that is working away, so this causes a tower moment, but that will give enough frequency to add back into the relationship to bring it to that next level if it is that. You're not afraid that someone is going to steal, you know, this person, and they are naughty you. They have trust in the connection. And both of you are being very fair about any discussions you're having about the relationship and where you want it to move to the next level. Now, a lot of planning has gone into this, a lot of discussion. It can also be connected to a business you're going to be running and the bigger picture of the relationship. I also hear that you are communicating the fact that you're feeling very fatigued. There are aspects of emotions coming up, and sometimes you are feeling very nostalgic of a past. Now, it can be when time was simpler, or it can be connected to a particular individual. But you're definitely working very hard, and it might be that you're looking over old notes, old letters, old contracts, and you're selling some things, and this could be connected to a previous relationship. Okay, this person's energy is in their life. The one you're thinking about, or the one you're in a partnership with, is very strict. Now, it can be their energy towards themselves, and I feel their energy to be very frustrated. Now, I don't feel this person is currently in a connection. For those of you who are single and you're thinking about this person, for those of you who are in this connection, it may be that you are moving towards that and you're saying, hey, we need to slow down. Others of you, it may be that you wish to leave the connection. This person might not go without screaming or without it, you know, being a bit of conflict in it. And for those of you who aren't with this person, it's not over yet, okay? So it's not over. They are evolving though, and they're tying up their loose ends in their life. Others of you who this is just about a spiritual connection, I'll pull a clarifier on that because I feel this is connected to a second job. Yeah, they're being very fun. Look, it's not about... It's about their emotions of the past they need to heal, okay? And they don't even know how to clear that journey energy or the past. And until they feel home, they're just going to feel off kilter. So it can be a temporary energy of them moving through this month. So guys, if you can get as grounded as possible, I feel this energy will change. But if you're mindful of it and you have your throat chakra and you're doing communication, I feel you can actually get through this situation. Otherwise, feel free to come through and book a reading and I can give you some help, emotionally speaking, to work through some of these trigger points and the mindsets to unblock it. Otherwise, I will see you mid-month and see you during the live sessions. Bye.